Hey guys, Johnny Crims 2000 here for part 2 of Let's Play Project Justice Arcade Mode, or as it's known in this game, Free Mode. So now we're moving right along to our next matchup. Batsu's excited, alright. And we're fighting Daigo, Edge, and Gon. Gon, I love Gon, but we'll get to him later. And we're fighting in a, this construction site when it's raining. Honestly, and this may just be me, I may be just a dork, but when I first saw this, the first time I ever played this, I just thought, oh man, they're gonna get their clothes dirty. And I'm not a neat freak, I just, there's mud, and then there's rain, and they're just fighting, so you know they're gonna hit the floor. So anyway guys, one thing I have to note about Project Justice, which is probably one of the only things that I hate about this game, is that when you jump, there is such floaty physics in this game. You jump so freaking high. I'm not even kidding. You might have already seen it, and I can understand why they did that, because you can do a bunch of air combos if you do it right. But my god, you fly when you go. I mean, you think Virtual Fighter's bad, and when I say Virtual Fighter, I mean like Virtual Fighter 1 and Virtual Fighter 2. You jump so freaking high when you do this. It's amazing. And here's another little bit of trivia, but for all my fighting game aficionados, and I'm taking this right out of FightersGeneration.com, a website that I mentioned before, my Plasma Sword LP. But Edge really reminds me, or I guess it reminds me now that I've seen the article, he reminds me of a cross between, who is it, Ryuji Yamasaki from Fatal Fury and King of Fighters from SNK, and what's his name, not Freeman, was Benimaru from King of Fighters. If you guys know who those guys are, just look at him. They both, besides looking like those guys, he is really cool though. Besides wearing purple. Well, you know what? I guess I could rock purple if I really wanted to. And man, Edge just creamed me in this match. I was so embarrassed. But anyway, guys, if you notice Roy, like I said, he's kind of like a homage or a parody, or whatever you want to call it. It's not really a parody because he's really cool in his own right. Just pay attention to his moveset. Look at this. How is this not the Power Wave or the Power Geyser? And the punch that he just did, that one, how can you tell me that's not the Burning Knuckle? He is so Terry Bogard. Of course, Edge is just slashing me here, and he owned me. Yep. Edge completely owned me. But that's alright, because you know what? We're gonna give it another try. Here we go. Here we go. Daigo, you're going down. Daigo's awesome, though. Now, correct me if I'm wrong in the comic section, but Daigo is the name of that guy that is really good at fighting game tournaments, is he not? I know I must sound like such a noob, but honestly, I've never followed the tournament scene all that much. I know that I believe Daigo's the guy that did that incredible, that multi-parry comeback in Third Strike from when he was Ken and he was fighting the Chun-Li player. I think that was him, right? Just for the love of God, if you know, please comment on my on this video, because I really do want to know. Like I said, it's not that I'm noobish at fighting games or anything like that. I have a bunch of them. They they take up a good chunk of my library, but I just never followed the tournament scene. And I'm curious to know that if that is the case, if he got his name from Daigo, from rival schools, if he got it from this game. It'd be really cool if he did, but he may just be named Daigo himself. So, and here we go again, Shoma and Edge once more. It's kind of creepy how Edge's hair is that straight. or that pointy. I mean, he used it right now, right there, as a move. And Shoma just baseballed him in the face. I love Shoma. It must really hurt if you get hit by him, though, with those cleats. Anyway, guys, I'm sorry if this playthrough, or not playthrough, Let's Play, took a while to come out, but, you know, there's just been a couple things that kind of set me back as far as getting this one out of the way. The first thing was that I was just busy overall, and I mentioned that in my announcement video, if you guys want to go check that out. I was just busy with school and, you know, just getting everything ready for finals / midterms, so that kind of took up my time. And then after that, what happened after that? After that, I got Power Stone 2 out, which I'm glad it's getting a lot of attention so far. More attention for an awesome game. Hopefully this game will get its just recognition as well. But I was about to start making this game, and I started playing around with my video editing software, and I'm playing around with trying to get the video the best quality that I can. So that took a while, and then I got set back because my flash drive that contained all the work that I've done for not only my Let's Plays, but my finals and my work at school completely conked out on me, and you guys have no idea how upset I was. So I had to start all over again, and look at this amazing comeback. Look at that. You know, taking a break from telling my story, but look at that. Look at how much life I have. I can't even see the green. It's amazing. I amaze myself sometimes. Just that awesome. Anyway, guys, here we go with the final matchup. We're facing Demon Hio, Kuro, and regular Hio. But we're actually only facing Demon Hio. Demon Hio is the final boss. He only uses the other two kind of like a... Actually, I've never seen him use it for team-up. Or at least I don't remember if he does. And Demon Hio can be really tricky because he has a lot of these moves that cover a lot of distance. He has a high priority. A lot of his moves, as you guys have seen with previous characters, can kind of counter or cancel a lot of the moves that you pull off. So the fireballs, he'll cancel those out really easily. And he has this one move that I swear to God is unblockable. Like, I'll be blocking and he'll just go up to me and no, it's not that one. I think it's another one, but it doesn't even matter if you block. He'll just like start his combo and just own you. And look at that hair. It's kind of like, I don't know what to say about that hair. It's just like all over the place. Cool guy though. I really wouldn't mind seeing this guy in a versus game. Capcom, if you're listening, Demon Hio, yes, yes. And I decided to go with Batsu again because just because I have an easier time facing Demon Hio, and I really didn't want to stay here, you know, having you guys sit through like an entire like 10 minutes of me just dying. I mean, Demon Hio is not that bad of a boss, especially once you get used to that. Oh, there it is. That's the move. You guys saw that, right? I was blocking and he just came up to me and stabbed me. I hate you, Capcom. But yeah, Demon Hio is not that hard of a boss. I mean, he can be tricky with some characters, but if you know your character well, if you know when to use their specials and stuff like that, you can take them out pretty... I mean, I'm not gonna say take him out, you know, pretty easily. He's still a tricky boss, but you shouldn't have that much trouble. Maybe, I mean, I died, but it shouldn't be like one of the bosses where it's like, you know, you have to keep continuing over and over and over again. And he hasn't reached SNK boss syndrome just yet. Not yet. If you guys know that. Yes, my fighting game aficionados out there, yes. We know that term very well, don't we? And as you guys can tell from the background, we're fighting outside of a burning high school, which kind of begs the question, where are the firemen? I mean, we've been fighting for a good, like, what, minute? Where are they? That's a big school, by the way. It's supposed to be a high school, too. My high school is nowhere near as cool. Then again, my high school didn't have students beating the holy crap out of each other. A little bit of trivia for from rival schools. Sakura showed up. It was kind of like a bit of a crossover. Not this game. This game doesn't have Sakura. And Sakura, I mean the girl from Street Fighter, which I thought kind of sucked. But that's an interesting thing to note, because here's a little bit of oh, before we go along, this is a cool thing that it does. At the end, it kind of rates you, your fighting styles, and then it matches you up with one of the characters from the game. I apparently am matched up with Daigo, which I really don't know the tier or like the list of who's the best and how high you can get. I've never gotten that high in this game, unfortunately. I'm not that great. I love it, but it's not like I've mastered it or anything like that. But anyway, one interesting thing to note about here, and as we see Chairperson here doing her kata, and that is her name, Chairperson. I think in Japan her name was Lincho or something like that. I mean, I don't have it written down, which interestingly enough still means chairperson, so nobody's really sure what her actual name is, which is kind of weird. Anyway, as I was saying, it's interesting to note that the Rival School series, initially I think they were going for this thing where they would cross over with the Street Fighter series, but the inclusion of Sakura in the original Rival Schools for the PlayStation. But Sakura didn't show up in this game at all. She was taken out. And another thing to note is that after the release of Capcom vs. SNK 2, which in that game Kyosuke showed up. Kyosuke is from Rival Schools. He was the only one that came from Rival Schools into that game. But he, a lot of Street Fighter characters originated in that game. Eagle came back from the original Street Fighter. Maki came from Final Fight 2. Yun came from Third Strike. And all 3 of those characters came back for the portable ports of Street Fighter Alpha 3, except for Kyosuke, which a lot of people thought, yeah, this is a definitive evidence that Capcom doesn't want these 2 games to combine, the storyline wise. And I always thought that was kind of interesting, because it's like, well, if you don't want to combine them, then why'd you put Sakura in the first game? Anyway, that's my little spiel. Anyway, as you guys are seeing right now, I thought it was interesting, that's why I left it in. Kind of like a first-person view fighting game, which is awesome. Anyway, guys, that was Project Justice, the free mode / aka arcade mode. I am going to be doing the storyline mode, which storyline mode has all the different schools, so that's going to take up a big chunk of my YouTube channel. So look out for those, and I hope you guys enjoyed this awesome game that not a lot of people know about. Apparently Capcom doesn't know a lot about it. Anyway, this has been Johnny Crimson 2000, and I will see you in my next video.